Prince William and Princess Catherine have just revealed a major name update for their fourth baby, and it's not what anyone expected. With royal insiders leaking clues and the palace quietly confirming details, this isn't just a name, it's a powerful tribute, one that could reshape how we see this royal child. The Silent Storm: How the Pregnancy News Broke the Internet. On the morning of September 21, 2025, everything changed. At exactly 9 a.m., Buckingham Palace dropped a shockwave across the world. Just 2 sentences, that's all it took. The palace announced that Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is expecting her 4th child. No grand press conference, no cheerful video, just a short, carefully worded statement placed quietly between media briefings. But it wasn't the news alone that caught everyone's attention. It was the tone. Words like delighted, thrilled, or even overjoyed were noticeably missing. Instead, the message sounded almost clinical. One royal expert on BBC News said, "This wasn't an announcement. It was a signal." The tone was protective, maybe even defensive. Within 6 hours, the internet erupted. Sky News, The Times, and every major outlet launched full-day coverage. Social media platforms saw hashtags like #RoyalBaby4 and Kate Middleton pregnant trending globally. People weren't just surprised, they were confused. Why so quiet? Why so cold? Some believed the palace was being cautious, especially after Kate's public battle with cancer in 2024. Others say the family had known for a while and were simply controlling the narrative. And there's another layer. Kate hadn't been seen in public for over 3 months. Her last major appearance was Trooping the Color in June, and since then, radio silence. So when the pregnancy news hit, it felt sudden, almost too sudden. One former palace aide told a tabloid off-record, "The silence wasn't accidental. Every word, every sentence was planned. They're not just protecting her, they're protecting something bigger." As commentators picked apart the phrasing, fans began wondering if there was more going on behind the scenes. Was this just about a baby? Or was it tied to the growing power vacuum inside the royal family? The restraint of the message wasn't a mistake. It was a message in itself. And as the world tried to process the quiet chaos, another puzzle began to unfold. One that had royal watchers squinting at brooches, bookie lists, and even background website edits. It wasn't just about if there's a baby, it was about who this child might be. Which leads to the next royal twist, a name update, quietly dropped, yet packed with meaning. What's in a name? The shocking clue. The palace just dropped. Right after the pregnancy announcement, things started shifting again. This time, the storm came not from the palace directly, but from Kensington insiders, subtle website changes, and the British betting markets. By September 23rd, whispers were growing louder. A name update had just dropped. But in typical royal fashion, it was hidden in plain sight. A quiet edit was made to an official royal.uk webpage that had previously only listed the names of George, Charlotte, and Louis. A new section was added, brief, almost unnoticeable, but it included wording that confirmed the Wales family eagerly awaits their newest member, whose name has been carefully chosen with historic respect. Fans immediately picked up on it. Bookmakers responded overnight. Odds for Alice surged to the top for a girl, followed closely by Victoria and Elizabeth. For a boy, the top choices were Philip, Arthur, and Frederick. But then came a new leak, a quiet tip-off from a Kensington Palace staffer. They told a trusted royal journalist, "The name is classic but unexpected. It's a tribute, but not to who you think." That changed everything. Many had assumed the child's name would honor Queen Elizabeth II or Princess Diana, but this new hint suggested a twist. Some royal watchers now believe it could be a nod to Prince Philip, or even a Middleton family connection, something that subtly breaks with royal tradition while still honoring the past. One royal blogger posted, "They're walking a fine line between duty and identity, and this name could say everything." Even the royal wardrobe was examined for hints. Days after the announcement, Kate was seen wearing a pink rose brooch at a children's charity. Was this a clue about the baby's gender, or a nod to someone whose name the child will carry? And what made it even more interesting? William and Kate haven't officially said a word about names, no confirmation, no denial. The palace refuses to comment on speculation, which, of course, only makes people speculate more. But insiders suggest the couple is enjoying this moment of quiet chaos. For once, they're in control, and the world is left guessing. Because in royal circles, a name isn't just a name, it's a legacy. And just when people thought they had decoded enough, something else stirred up even more curiosity: the baby's gender. Or rather, the careful way the palace avoided it. That's where the real mystery deepens. The gender mystery, Kate's pink brooch, and the royal code. For royal fans, one question comes up every time a pregnancy is announced. Is it a boy or a girl? But this time, Buckingham Palace did something strange. When they revealed Princess Catherine was expecting her fourth child, they avoided even the slightest mention of gender. Not a single he or she. Not even a subtle, "they are excited to welcome their daughter or son." It was a deliberate choice, and it sent royal watchers straight into decoding mode. Then came September 23rd, 2025. Just 2 days after the pregnancy statement, Kate made a rare public appearance at a children's book charity. She looked radiant, healthy, but what caught the media's attention was her accessory. Pinned to her coat was a pink rose brooch. Simple, elegant, and extremely suspicious. The moment photos were published, headlines lit up. Kate hints at baby girl? Brooch breaks the silence. On Instagram, fashion accounts zoomed in on the detail, while royal bloggers brought receipts. In 2015, Kate wore a light blue coat just 3 weeks before announcing she was carrying Princess Charlotte. It wasn't a coincidence back then, and fans were convinced it wasn't now either. A former royal stylist told Hello magazine, "Nothing Catherine wears is by accident. Colors, pins, patterns, it's all coded messaging." The pink rose brooch instantly became a symbolic battleground. Was it a true clue? Or was it planted to stir up speculation? Even more suspicious was the silence from the palace. When pressed for comment on the gender, a spokesperson declined, refusing to say anything beyond "the couple is grateful for the public's support." That only made people look harder. And it's not just about baby clothes or nursery themes. Gender in the royal family has deeper implications. A second daughter would create a natural pairing with Princess Charlotte, possibly easing the public image of the monarchy's next generation. But a third son? That raises structural questions, especially with Prince Louis, now 7 years old, already struggling for attention in the royal narrative. Even royal betting markets went into overdrive. By September 25th, odds for a baby girl surged 20% after the pink brooch appearance. But maybe this is all part of the plan. "They want the world to guess," said one former royal press officer. "It keeps attention focused without giving anything away." That's how they control the conversation. Whether it's pink hints or coded silence, one thing is clear. The palace isn't just protecting privacy. They're creating mystery. And as the world scrambled for meaning, another deeper question emerged. Why now? Why would Kate, still recovering from cancer, choose this moment to announce a new baby? The answer lies not in fashion or formality, but in timing. Why now? The bold timing behind this royal reveal. When news of Princess Kate's pregnancy broke, people weren't just excited. They were shocked. And not because a fourth royal baby was unexpected, but because of when the news came. Just over 18 months ago, in March 2024, Kate bravely revealed to the world that she was battling cancer. She'd undergone major abdominal surgery, initially believed to be non-cancerous, only to learn post-op that cancer had been found. The revelation came in a video message, raw, emotional, and completely unprecedented for a senior royal. So how, barely a year and a half later, could she be pregnant again? That's the question royal observers, media outlets, and even some supporters are asking quietly, but urgently. Kate's timing is very intentional, said a former royal biographer. She wouldn't have allowed this news out unless she felt strong enough. But it's also about the bigger picture. And that picture includes King Charles III, who is still undergoing cancer treatment himself. While he resumed limited duties in late August, his long-term health remains uncertain. With William stepping up in his place for many public events, the royal family is clearly in the middle of a generational shift. A fourth child at this time sends a message. The Wales family is the future. Sources close to the family revealed that Kate and William had known for months, but held back on announcing to focus on Kate's health and avoid media frenzy. The moment was chosen carefully. By waiting until after Trooping the Color and just before autumn royal duties, they secured maximum attention while avoiding direct overlap with Charles's ongoing treatment narrative. Another insider added, "This isn't just about joy, it's about stability. About showing the monarchy isn't fading, it's growing." But behind the polished statements and careful timing, there's a human reality. Is Kate's body ready? Is she risking too much? Medical experts speaking to tabloids noted that post-cancer pregnancy is rare, but not impossible. And while no official medical details have been released, those close to her say Kate is closely monitored, both physically and emotionally. One friend told the Daily Mail, "She's cautious, yes, but she feels ready. This baby isn't a distraction, it's a declaration." That's what makes the timing so powerful. It's not just another royal event, it's a statement about recovery, about strength, about taking back control. And while the public continues debating strategy versus sincerity, Kate has already moved forward, supported by the one person who's always been by her side through it all. Which brings us to the next chapter in this story, Prince William, her anchor through every storm. Kate's unbreakable journey, from sickness to strength. Before this fourth baby, before the quiet pink brooch and the whispers of names, there was a woman who had already endured more than most. Catherine, Princess of Wales, hasn't just walked through royal life, she's survived it. Her journey into motherhood started back in 2013, and each chapter has tested her in ways the public could never fully see. Her first pregnancy with Prince George wasn't picture perfect. Behind the palace gates, Kate suffered from hyperemesis gravidarum, a severe form of pregnancy sickness that left her dehydrated and hospitalized. She was barely able to keep water down. Still, the world only saw polished appearances and warm smiles. The truth? She was fighting to stay upright. 2 years later, in 2015, while pregnant with Princess Charlotte, she revealed a deeply personal choice: hypnobirthing, a calm breathing technique that gave her control over her body in a life that often felt scripted. "It helped me stay centered," she told a friend, who later shared, "Kate never wanted to look like a porcelain doll. She wanted to feel human again." By the time Prince Louis arrived in 2018, Kate wasn't hiding the cracks. She appeared on podcasts, spoke openly about maternal mental health, and admitted to feeling lonely, guilty, overwhelmed. On Happy Mum, Happy Baby, she said, "So many mothers feel like they're failing. I've felt it too." Then came the darkest chapter. 2024. A routine abdominal surgery revealed cancer. Kate vanished from public life. Rumors swirled. Only in March did she reappear, fragile but unflinching, in a heartbreaking video. "I am undergoing preventative chemotherapy." Now, in 2025, to announce a pregnancy again? It's not just biology, it's boldness. This isn't just another royal baby. It's the result of quiet strength, relentless healing, and unimaginable emotional labor. One palace aide told The Times she didn't need to do this. She wanted to. She wanted to show she's still here. This fourth baby isn't a comeback. It's a continuation of resilience, of motherhood on her own terms. But Kate has never done it alone. Through every hospital stay, public wave, and sleepless night, Prince William has been right there, steady, invisible, and unshakable. Which brings us to the man who's been the quiet backbone of this royal transformation. William, the anchor. What he's risking to protect his family. While the cameras flash at Kate, while headlines obsess over royal babies, Prince William stays mostly in the background. But make no mistake, he's holding the entire family together. Ever since 2013, when Kate was rushed to the hospital during her first pregnancy, William has been the silent strength by her side. Staffers say he visited her nightly, slipping through side doors to avoid media. He doesn't do drama, one insider shared. He just shows up. That hasn't changed. During Kate's illness in 2024, William quietly cut down 30% of his royal engagements. He picked up the school runs for George and Charlotte, managed bedtime routines, and shielded the family from public noise. It was a full-time job, being a prince and a father of 3, while privately watching his wife go through chemotherapy. His team says he never complained. He was always calm, but you could see it in his eyes. He was carrying everything. In recent months, he's taken even more on. With King Charles III still under cancer treatment, William is now leading key royal events, including foreign visits and state functions. But behind palace walls, his top priority remains Kate and the kids. William's parenting style is deeply influenced by loss. Losing Princess Diana at just 15 years old changed him forever. He once said, "I want my children to feel love every day, not duty." And he means it. He kneels down to speak at their level. He plays cricket with George, laughs at Louis's mischief, and helps Charlotte with schoolwork. One family friend told a royal reporter, "William's not perfect, but he's consistent. He's there, even when it's hard." And now, with this fourth baby on the way, William's protective instincts are stronger than ever. Palace insiders reveal that he's involved in every detail, from Kate's prenatal appointments to staffing adjustments inside Kensington Palace. He's not just the future King of England. He's the reason this royal unit hasn't crumbled under pressure. As this new chapter begins, William and Kate aren't just expecting a baby. They're building something deeper, a legacy defined by resilience, unity, and real love. But they're not the only ones this baby will impact. What about the 3 children already growing up in the spotlight? What does a new sibling mean for George, Charlotte, and Louis? That's the next part of this royal story. The kids and the crown. How George, Charlotte, and Louis are reacting. Behind the grandeur of Kensington Palace, there's still a home full of laughter, homework, and bedtime stories. But with another royal baby on the way, life for Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis is about to change again. At 12 years old, Prince George already carries the invisible weight of his future. He's not just a big brother. He's the second in line to the throne. Teachers at Lambrook School describe him as polite, observant, and very aware of what's expected. Still, sources close to the family say he asked an innocent but telling question after hearing about the baby. Does this mean I move down again? That moment says everything. George may be young, but he already understands hierarchy, succession, and the watchful eyes of the world. Then there's Princess Charlotte, now 10, a burst of confidence wrapped in royal grace. She's often called the Mini Kate, strong-willed, composed, and fiercely protective of her brothers. Royal aides say Charlotte was the first to celebrate when she heard the news, running to her mother and shouting, "A girl? I just know it's a girl." Her natural poise in public, whether at Trooping the Colour or Wimbledon, has already made her a media favorite. But insiders say she's also the one who keeps her siblings grounded, reminding Louis to wave nicely or teasing George when he gets too serious. And Prince Louis, the youngest at 7, remains the family's spark. He's playful, cheeky, and blissfully unaware of royal protocol. His mischievous waves and funny faces have made him an online icon. When told about the new baby, one aide said Louis's response was simple. "Can I teach them to wave from the balcony?" Together, the 3 children form the heart of the Wales family, balancing normal childhood with extraordinary expectation. Behind the scenes, William and Kate are determined to keep life steady. School routines stay unchanged. Bedtimes are sacred. And through it all, they make sure the children understand one thing. The new baby doesn't change the love in the house, only adds to it. But maintaining that normalcy isn't easy, especially with Kate's health and the world's scrutiny pressing in. Which brings us inside the palace walls, where the real story unfolds quietly, far from flashing cameras. Inside Kensington Palace, the real life behind closed doors. Beyond the public smiles and balcony waves, Kensington Palace has become both sanctuary and fortress for the Wales family. Inside those historic walls, the rhythm of daily life is calm but carefully controlled. Every moment designed to protect Kate, her pregnancy, and their 3 children. Since Kate's illness in 2024, her mother, Carol Middleton, has been a constant presence. She handles school runs, supervises meals, and ensures the children's routines feel stable. A source close to the family said, "Carol's not just a grandmother, she's the glue. She kept that house running when everything else fell apart." William, meanwhile, has adjusted his entire schedule. He's reduced public engagements, sometimes working from home offices inside Kensington. Staff say he and Kate have made the palace feel less like a royal residence and more like a family home, complete with board games, art supplies, and a kitchen that actually smells like home cooking. Security, however, has intensified. Since the pregnancy announcement on September 21st, 2025, protection officers have doubled patrols around the estate. The media frenzy outside means extra restrictions. Kate now travels in tinted cars, and access to certain palace areas is limited even for staff. Behind closed doors, Kate's recovery remains a private process. She's on a carefully managed health plan that includes rest, light exercise, and supervised nutrition. Her doctors are in constant contact, ensuring both mother and baby remain safe. She's incredibly disciplined, a close friend shared. She listens to her body now in a way she never used to. Despite the tight structure, the palace isn't cold. It's alive. Laughter echoes through the halls. George studies by the window, Charlotte paints, and Louis races toy cars across the floor. Evenings often end with the family together in one room, something William insists on no matter how busy the day. This quieter, more grounded life is deliberate. It's the Wales family's silent rebellion against the chaos that often defines royal existence. But while peace fills the inside of Kensington, the outside world tells a different story, one filled with opinion, debate, and relentless noise. Because as the world watches, the public's reaction to Kate's pregnancy continues to shape the royal narrative. The public divided, praise, suspicion, and endless theories. When Kate's pregnancy was announced on September 21, 2025, the internet lit up, but not with unity. Hashtags like RoyalBaby4 and Kate Returns trended instantly. Many celebrated the news, calling it a miracle and a symbol of resilience after years of royal illness and uncertainty. But not everyone cheered. Critics quickly questioned the timing. Why now, just as King Charles scaled back public duties due to his ongoing cancer treatment? Why wasn't it announced in June, when Kate reappeared at Trooping the Color? Some even accused the palace of launching a PR distraction. One tweet summed up the suspicion. Charles fades from view, and suddenly there's a royal baby? Convenient. Royal commentators were split. Supporters saw the pregnancy as hopeful. Skeptics saw strategy. Still, YouGov polls in October showed 68% of Brits responded positively, especially younger women who resonated with Kate's recovery story. Meanwhile, tabloids pushed wild theories, from twins to family tensions. One even claimed the Queen consort only found out days before. As usual, the palace stayed silent. And that silence, it only fueled curiosity. Now, with media swirling and the public watching closely, one question grows louder. What does this baby truly mean for the monarchy's future? What this baby really means for the future of the monarchy? This baby may be sixth in line to the throne, but their importance goes beyond titles. They won't wear a crown, but they could reshape how the world sees the royal family. Born after the health battles of King Charles and Princess Kate, this child symbolizes something powerful: healing, hope, and survival. It's not just a birth. It's a statement that the House of Windsor is still standing. As one royal historian put it, the monarchy has always relied on bloodlines, but this baby, this one, is about belief. With less pressure than their siblings, this child might live outside tradition, and that could be their strength. In a world where the monarchy is constantly questioned, their presence may quietly remind people of what still matters: family, resilience, and renewal. With Charles's health uncertain and Harry abroad, William and Kate have become the monarchy's core. This baby only reinforces that shift, from old world duty to modern unity. A palace insider summed it up: this child won't define the monarchy, but they will influence it. Due in spring 2026, every step is under public watch. Because sometimes the quietest members of a royal family leave the deepest mark. As the world counts down to the baby's arrival, this name update says more than words ever could. It's tradition, legacy, and quiet rebellion all at once. One thing's clear: this child, even without a crown, is already making history. And the story? It's only just beginning. Stay tuned.